right now on 5 on Your Side at 10.
Set to strike. Teamster members at Anheuser-Busch vote to picket the demands they say the brewery won't meet.
If we don't have a contract by February 29th, we will not be working on March 1st.
Unexpected closure. Dozens of nursing home residents evacuated a day after nurses walk off the job. Tonight, 5 on Your Side, getting answers.
Well, it's a pretty impressive looking storm system. It's been the reason we've had rain just about all day long, but impressive rainfall totals we did not have when this finally exits and what's in store for the rest of the weekend.
We want to thank you for joining us at 10. I'm Brent Solomon. A cold and damp day across the bi-state, but the rain is pushing out now. Let's send it over to meteorologist Gary Frank with their weather first forecast. Hey there, Gary.
Yeah, good evening, Brent. We had kind of a rainy day off and on, and it didn't rain all that hard, but it was just the amount of time that it rained, right? We started off with a wet pavement this morning, and then we kind of cleared out, and then another little burst here and there. And that's what we saw right now. As you see those low clouds still hanging tough, but at least we can see the downtown skyline. That will be the trend over the next few hours. You can see how that rain that we joined you at 5 and 6 to show you that was probably the most significant rain we had in the downtown area has kind of moved out into the Metro East. Some light drizzle continues from Staunton to Hamel, all the way to Greenville. And as we look to the west, things have finally cleared out. That's where we'll look at temperatures in the mid to upper 30s. You'll notice none of these numbers are below freezing unless you're talking about Joplin. That's not going to impact us. Locally, you're in the upper 30s and low 40s. None of this is going to freeze over tonight. And as most of this rain ends, you know, we're still going to drop down to around 40. I do think by tomorrow we'll start to clear out gradually. We'll time that out for you and also talk about some big changes as we head into the week before Christmas.
Tonight, Teamsters voting to authorize a strike at Anheuser-Busch. The Brewers Union announcing today if the beverage giant fails to agree to a new contract, they will go on strike next year. 5 on Your Side's Annie Krall joins us in studio now. And Annie, you caught up with some of those Teamsters.
Exactly, Brent. 99% of union members voted in favor of the strike authorization. Their demands include more job security, plus better pay, health care, and retirement benefits. If no agreement is made come March, there will likely be a stop to beverage production.
The Teamsters Union estimated that 5,000 members across 12 U.S. breweries would benefit from their proposed changes. The current contract with Anheuser-Busch expiring on February 29th, 2024.
We represent the brewery workers that actually produce the product. We're in all 12 breweries, and if our members don't go to work, there's no Anheuser-Busch products to purchase. So that's the beginning and end of it.
Saturday's final vote was a coast-to-coast process that lasted a week. Since November of this year, the company has not negotiated on, quote, important job security, despite multiple requests from union members. The union saying that the global beer maker pulled in record high numbers with $58 billion in 2022. Anheuser-Busch reported double-digit revenue growth and all-time high full-year volumes in its 2022 end-of-year earnings report, released this past March. The Brewers' St. Louis location is reportedly not the only one willing to strike. Union members in California, Texas, and Florida may also join the picket lines. Dr. Bonnie Wilson, an associate professor of economics at SLU, said that with a relatively strong labor market, quote, workers have options. As a result, workers may well have the upper hand in the negotiations that will be taking place to find a deal both sides can accept.
We're prepared to negotiate it, but we need the commitment on job security, and we need the commitment that the company is willing to take this serious and come to the table and address these issues. Short of that, on March 1st, this problem gets a lot worse for them.
Now, tentatively, Teamsters was scheduled to meet next week with AB, but the Brewers Union says the company's negotiators have yet to come back to the table. Anheuser-Busch has not yet responded to our request for comment about the strike authorization. Brent?
Annie, keep us posted. Tonight, people who live at the Northview Village nursing homes are without their homes, and employees want to know when they'll get paid. They tell 5 on Your Side's Travis Cummings they're shocked by last night's sudden closure.
People don't know how they're going to eat, how they're going to pay their bills or anything.
It's an unimaginable way to start the holiday season.
The only thing we know is when we woke up Friday morning, we had no funds in our account. And at 3 o'clock, the administrator let us know that he had no funds available for for the facility or us.
Northview Village Nursing Home, where Angela Henderson has worked for 40 years, is now closed after a sudden shutdown. Staff took the last of their belongings out of the building on Kings Highway in North St. Louis Saturday morning. They say about 170 residents were forced out Friday with no explanation.
A lot of residents up here didn't even have family members, you know what I'm saying, to come and get them if, you know, it's just messed up. It's just a messed up situation.
Michelle Wallace has been a receptionist at the front desk for the last 5 years.
And from my understanding, they said he had knew this for weeks already, probably months. That the Mark Sweetser, the owner of the building.
We tried to reach the administrator by phone, sent an email, even walked in, but to no avail. Staff say he wasn't even there last night. We did get our hands on a statement this afternoon sent internally to employees by Healthcare Accounting Services. It reads in part, due to the timing of this facility's collections, it was the responsibility of the partners to fund the payroll. Despite the statement from the accounting services, it is not clear if the owner will hold up his end of the bargain. As for these residents and staff members, the future is unknown.
New job. That's all. That's all I can do is just pick up and just move on. I mean, as long as all the residents got out, so that's good.
Oh, I just don't know. I'm just going to pull on God. That's all I could do.
Travis Cummings, 5 on your side.
The Department of Health and Senior Services regulates that nursing home. A spokesperson says they are in touch with administrators there. Their regional team worked through the night and early morning to get the residents relocated. Right now, police are looking for an SUV wanted in a deadly hit-and-run in South St. Louis. Police say a silver SUV struck a man while he was crossing the road by the Quick Trip at Gravois and Nebraska Avenue. That was just before 6 last night. Well, the car left the scene. The victim was taken to the hospital, and that's where he died. He has not been identified. Tonight, 2 people are recovering after a serious crash in North City. It happened around 10 this morning on North Market Street near North Grand. One car crashed into a pest control building, and a driver had to be rescued out. While both cars had serious damage, both drivers walked away with only minor injuries. An overturned semi causing delays this morning on I-255 in South County. Missouri Highway Patrol says it happened around 8 this morning near Coke Road. A crash report says the trucker drove off the right side of the road, returned, and then overturned and hit a concrete wall. The report also says the driver has serious injuries. Today, Israel's defense minister met with top military officials to discuss the next steps in the ongoing war and to bring hostages home. The meeting comes less than a day after IDF troops accidentally killed 3 hostages in Gaza. Israel says there are still 129 other hostages held by Hamas. According to the United Nations, this has been the deadliest year in the West Bank since 2005. From January 1st through December 15th, 477 Palestinians were killed there. More than half of those happened after the October 7th attacks. This does not include deaths in Gaza since the start of the war.
If we count the Palestinians who have been killed, including those under the rebel, you're talking about no less than 25,000 Palestinians killed and 10,000 children killed, in addition to 50,000 people injured. How many more people should die?
The U.S. now urging Israel to de-escalate conflict in Gaza.